Welcome to my YouTube channel, Move with Leia. This is a full body exercise based on Pilates and dance practices, and you will only need your mat. So whenever you are ready, let's begin. Let's start with a simple warm-up. Come onto all fours, placing your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Spread your fingers wide for a stable base. As you inhale, lift your chest and look slightly upward. On your exhale, round your back, tucking your chin towards your chest and drawing your belly button up towards your spine. Let's repeat this a few more times. Keep the movement smooth and controlled and breathe deeply. Feel the stretch along your back and the mobility in your spine as you warm up. Now gently bring your big toes together and widen your knees apart, sinking your hips back towards your heels into child's pose. Turn your palms towards each other with thumbs pointing up towards the sky. Lift your right arm off the ground, keeping it straight. Hold it up, then gently lower it back down. Let's repeat with the same arm. So lift, hold, and release. Repeat the same exercise with your left arm now. Hold for a breath, then lower the arm back down. 3. Feeling the warmth and mobility building in your shoulders and upper back. And one last time, and release. And now lift both arms at the same time. Hold, and then release. And again, still keeping your thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling, feeling the muscles along your back and shoulder activate. One last time, and release. Now, still sitting on your heels, bring your elbows and forearms down onto the mat and place your right hand behind your head. As you inhale, slowly lift your right elbow up towards the sky, opening through your chest. Feel the gentle twist in your upper back. Exhale as you lower your elbow back down to the mat. Let's repeat this a few more times with the same arm. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. Keep the movement controlled and smooth as you perform this exercise. Let's switch to the other side. Place your left hand behind your head and on your inhale, open your left elbow up towards the sky. Exhale to bring it back down. 4. Release. 5. Release. 6. Release. 7. Release. And one last time. And release. From here, hug opposite elbows with your hands, then open your arms, keeping your forearms on the ground and parallel to each other. Tuck your toes and extend your legs, keeping them hip-width apart. Let's warm up our hamstrings by bending one knee and keeping the opposite leg straight. Then switch, bending the other knee. Alternate between legs, slowly pedaling your feet to stretch out the backs of your legs, moving with your breath. Keep the movement gentle and feel the stretch through your hamstrings and calves as you continue to pedal your legs. From this position, lower your knees towards the ground, hovering a few centimeters above the mat. Then bring your right knee towards your chest, then extend the right leg back straight. Let's repeat this a few more times. Engage your core by pulling your belly button towards your spine and keeping your back flat. Maintain control and focus on keeping your hips stable and square. 6. Knee to chest. 7. Knee to chest and extend. And return it back to the starting position. Now switch to the left side and repeat the same exercise. This movement works both your core and arms. So continue to engage your core and focus on smooth, controlled movements, breathing throughout the exercise, moving with your breath. For 7, and one last time, and return it back to the starting position. Stay in the same position with your arms and body stable and extend your right leg back straight and begin to cross your right leg over to the left side, then back to the right side, making a wide triangle shape. As you bring your leg back to center, lift it as high as possible before crossing it over again without dropping into your lower back. Repeat this crossing, focusing on keeping your core engaged, your hips level, and breathing steadily. 7, to the right, and one last time. Cross. Let's switch to the left leg and repeat the same exercise. Keep your movements controlled and ensure you're breathing steadily to maintain body stability and core activation throughout. Be mindful of your low back, pulling your belly button in towards your spine to really engage your core and protect your spine. 6, cross, 7, cross, and one last time. Cross. Good. Moving back into a tabletop position, reach your right arm underneath your left, allowing your right shoulder to rest on the ground. On your inhale, rotate and lift your right arm up towards the sky, reaching tall. Let's repeat a few more times. Thread your arm back down, then inhale as you reach up. One last time. And reach. Good. Let's switch sides. Bring your left arm underneath your right, threading the needle. Then inhale as you reach your left arm up towards the sky. Inhale to reach, and exhale to lower. And reach. And one last time. Reach and release. Let's reset in a downward facing dog. Focus on pressing your chest in the direction of your thighs, creating length through your spine. Your knees can be bent or straight, and your heels can either be lifted or pressed towards the mat. Now bring your knees down towards the floor, hovering just above the floor. Then lift back into down dog. Let's repeat this a few more times. 4, 3, and lift. 4, and lift. 5, breathing steadily throughout this exercise. 6, core is activated the whole time. 7, down dog. And one last time, kiss the floor, then finish in down dog. From here, wave yourself down to lie on your belly. Extend your right arm in front of you with your thumb pointing up and rest your forehead gently on your left hand. On your inhale, lift your right arm and your left leg up, holding for 3 seconds, and then exhale as you release both leg and arm back down. Let's repeat. Inhale to lift and exhale to release. 5, hold, release. And last time, and release. Now let's switch sides. Extend your left arm, rest your forehead on your right hand, and lift your left arm and right leg on your inhale. For 3, keep the movements controlled and your back relaxed. 5, hold, release. And last time, and release. Stay lying on your belly, forehead resting comfortably on both hands. On your inhale, lift both legs off the floor, keeping them straight. Hold for 3 seconds, then exhale and lower your legs back down. Let's repeat. Inhale as you lift, hold, and exhale to release. As you lift your legs, thighs are lifted off the floor, but pelvis stays on the ground. Now gently push yourself back into child's pose to reset. Breathe deeply here, feeling your back expand, and let your body soften and relax into the pose. Come to kneeling position with your knees hip-width apart pelvis and spine in a neutral position. Shift your weight to the left. Your left hand is directly under your left shoulder. Extend your right arm over your head in a straight line. Your right leg is extended straight out, resting lightly on the ground. As you inhale, lift your right leg up, keeping your chest open, core engaged, and your hip pressed away from the floor. Exhale to lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale as you lower. And one last time. And lower. Good job. Let's step the exercise up. This time, place your right leg behind the left with the right foot on the floor for support. Engage your core and press your hips away from the floor and your right arm extended over your head in a straight line. As you inhale, lift the lower leg, so the left leg up, engaging your inner thighs, and exhale to lower it back down. One last time and release. Now lower yourself down onto your forearm. Both legs are extended and your body forms a straight line from head to heels. As you lift up into the side plank, extend your right arm over your head, reaching long. As you lower back down, bring your right arm down, resting it on your side. Inhale as you lift your hips and extend your arm overhead. Exhale as you lower back down. Keep your core engaged and your body in a strong straight line. 7 and lower. And one last time, lift and release. Stay in this position, but hug your top leg in towards your chest, keeping your bottom leg extended and flexed. Lift the bottom leg so it's parallel to the floor and begin moving it forward and back, keeping it strong and engaged. Focus on strengthening your inner thigh muscles as you move. Keep your body as still as possible, engaging your core to maintain stability. Now let's move to the other side and repeat the sequence. Come to kneeling with your knees hip-width apart. Shift your weight to the right, placing your right hand on the mat directly under your right shoulder. Extend your left arm over your head in a straight line. Inhale as you lift your left leg up, keeping your chest open, core engaged, and your hip pressed away from the floor. Exhale as you lower your leg back down. 7, lower, and one last time, then lower. Next, place your left leg behind your right leg with the left foot on the floor for support. Inhale as you lift the right leg up and exhale as you lower it back down. Let's repeat. Keep your core engaged and your hips pressed away from the floor. Focus on your lower leg. 7, lower, and one last time, and release. Now place your right forearm on the mat with your legs extended straight and your body in a strong line. As you lift into the side plank, reach your left arm up and over your head, extending long. As you lower your hips back down, bring your left arm back to rest on your side. And repeat. Inhale as you lift your hips and extend your arm overhead. And exhale as you lower your hips and rest your arm. And one last time. And gently release the pose. Finally, hug your top leg towards your chest. Lift your right leg so it's parallel to the floor and begin to move it forward and back, keeping your foot flexed and your leg strong. Engage your inner thigh muscles as you move and keep your body as still as possible, stabilizing with your core. Let's move on to your back. Knees are bent and feet planted firmly on the ground with your arms by your sides. Tuck your belly button in towards your spine and slowly lift your hips off the floor one vertebrae at a time, coming into a bridge position. From here, extend your left leg up towards the sky, keeping your foot pointed. Then lower it down until your toes lightly kiss the mat. Then lift the leg back up and repeat, breathing throughout the exercise. Keep your core engaged and your body in a straight line from shoulders to knees. Hip bones are leveled. One last time and lower. Now gently release from the bridge position, lowering your hips back down to the mat. Then find your core engagement and slowly lift your hips back up into the bridge position. Let's repeat the same exercise with your right leg now. Extend your right leg up towards the sky, keeping your foot pointed. Then lower it down until your toes lightly kiss the mat. And lift it back up. 8 and lower. And one last time, and lower your right foot and gently release your hips back down to the mat. We'll move into a bridge position once more. This time, extend your left leg straight above the ground, keeping it strong and engaged. Lift your left leg towards the sky as far as your hamstrings allow, and then lower it back down. Repeat the lifts. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. And last one. And release the leg. Then gently release the bridge position, lowering your hips back down to the mat. Then find your core engagement again and come back into the bridge position. Extend your right leg this time and repeat the same movement. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. 6, moving with your breath. 7, and last time. And lower your foot back to the mat and gently release your hips back down to reset. Engage your core by pulling your belly button in towards your spine and lift your shoulder blades off the mat. Hug your left knee while extending your right leg straight out. Inhale, and as you exhale, switch legs. Continue alternating legs, moving with your breath and keeping your core engaged throughout the exercise. Adjust the breathing pattern to what feels best for you, but remember to never hold your breath. You switch and switch, keeping your right leg hovering above the ground while still keeping the core engaged, and extend your left leg. You switch and switch. Continue to alternate with your breath. You can hold onto your leg either by the hamstring or the shin, whichever feels better for you. Keeping both legs straight the whole time. Slowly stop the movement, lowering your body on the mat. Before we start, make sure you pull your belly button in towards your spine and avoid any doming in the belly. Now alternate lowering one foot towards the mat for a toe kiss, then return to tabletop and switch legs. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift back up. Continue alternating legs, staying mindful of your core, keeping your movements controlled and your lower back gently pressing into the mat. You switch and switch. Keeping your legs in the same position, but bring your hands behind your head, lifting your shoulder blades off the mat. Extend your right leg straight out, hovering just above the ground while your left leg stays bent. At the same time, press your right hand against your left knee, creating resistance without actually moving the knee. Then switch sides, extending your left leg and pressing your left hand against your right knee, just like pedaling a bicycle, but with added resistance from the opposing hand. Good. Hug your knees and take a moment to rest here. Now come up into a seated position with your legs extended in front of you and your hands placed behind your body, fingers facing forward. Press into your hands and push yourself up into a reverse plank, making sure your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, keeping your body in one straight line. Lift your right leg up. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. Keep your hips lifted and stable the whole time. To relieve some of the pressure from your wrists, engage your fingertips. And one last time, lower your body down to reset. Take a deep breath and then press yourself up again, this time lifting your left leg. Only lift your leg as high as you can while keeping your hips stable and your core engaged. Avoid arching your back or letting your hips drop, and focus on maintaining a strong, straight line throughout the movement. Good. Release the pose and roll over onto your belly, placing your hands on the mat in front of you, pressing up gently to stretch your abdominal muscles. Extend your arms out as far as it feels comfortable, keeping your shoulders relaxed and away from your ears. Now gently push yourself back into child's pose, sinking your hips back towards your heels. One last exercise is waiting for us. Come up to a standing position with your feet wider apart, placing your hands behind your head. Inhale as you squat down. Exhale as you drive your pelvis up. Inhale as you lower your pelvis back down into the squat. And exhale as you push through your heels to rise back up to standing. Continue this movement, moving with your breath. Squat down, pelvis up for the hamstring stretch, squat down again and push back up. Squat down, hamstring stretch, squat down again and push back up. For 6, keep your core engaged, belly button tucked in the whole time. For 7, keep moving, you've got this. 8, squat down, hamstring stretch, squat down again and push back up. One last squat down, but this time we're staying here in a deep Slavic squat. Adjust your legs if you need to and use your elbows to gently push your knees outward, deepening the stretch. Breathe deeply and feel the opening through your hips as you hold this position. Now, slowly transition into a ragdoll position. Bring your feet hip-width apart and parallel to each other. Fold forward, letting your arms hang towards the mat and hold onto your elbows. Relax your head and neck, feeling the stretch along the entire back of your body. If you enjoyed this workout, feel free to share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified about my new content. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you feel strong and energized.